Hey guys, hello everyone, good evening to all. I hope I am audible and visible clearly. Just let me know in the chat, please. Once, am I audible and visible clearly, guys? Hello, is my video is clear? Good evening, marked attendance. Okay, good, great. Yes, yes. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for giving the confirmation in the chat. So, without wasting so much of time, already we are 3 minutes late. So, we'll go ahead. And myself, my name is Anam Khan, and I'm one of the team member of Let's Upgrade. And I'm here just to like introduce you all about this bootcamp and introduce myself and give a short brief. What are we going to learn in this 5 days of Git and GitHub bootcamp? It will be a 1 hour session for 5 days, and again the trainer will be Rishabh sir. Most of you all must be knowing him. He's many of he's favorite of many of our students. So my name is Anam. And guys, if you have any doubt, anything, you can let us know in the chat. We'll clear it. And I have shared the attendance link. I will present my screen quickly and explain you all about the further procedure, like how to mark your attendance and everything. So I hope like I'm my screen is also visible to you all. If you are unable to find the attendance link, the link is already pinned in the chat, and also I've put in the chat also. Is certificate available? You will be getting the certificate on day 5 when the program ends, so don't worry, you have to mark your attendance for that. And anything else? Okay, so without wasting time, guys, here in the description box you can see one link. Here we call it as a one link. You can click on this link. You will be redirected to the page where you enroll yourself, and you got the enrollment page. Now it's not opening, I guess, due to the traffic. It's not opening. Everyone must be opening and marking now only. So okay, we'll move ahead for the documentation part. So here in the description box there is a all-in-one documentation. In this documentation you can find everything like doc link, enrollment link, attendance link, session links, and notes that we are providing you. Like we have stored all the notes and every interview questions in that doc. You can refer it anytime for your future reference. It will be very helpful. And it with after getting the certificate from this bootcamp, you can add it to your resume. It will add value to your resume. So yeah, now both the links are not opening. I have, yeah. So here is the doc link. Here see, you can see the doc link, attendance link, session links, and notes link. So in the notes page you can find the notes. And if you and okay, so here is the notes also. And yeah, in we'll go for the attendance part now. Yeah, so this page is also open. So here beside the day one toggle, see mark attendance option. You here you have a rating scale on a 0 to 10. If you can rate it according to yourself how much you liked it, I will give 10 on 10 for now. And here is the feedback option. If you have any feedback for us, be it positive not negative, you can give it here. And submit your attendance. After submitting it, make sure that you're reloading your page. After reloading the page, you will see your progress bar increased. It will increase as you mark your attendance day by day. Each date will increase 20%. And on day 5 you will be seeing the generate certificate option beside this progress bar itself. And here is the Discord and community link. If you want regular updates, invites, and if in internship opportunities, please make sure that you are joining our Discord and WhatsApp channel. We regularly update you all there. And here we have the student ambassador badge. It is a 1 month badge program, and here you get many chances to get incentives, coupons, swags, meet industry leaders, attend workshops. So yeah, it's a free of cost, no charge, nothing for it. The batch has already started for September month, but we have increased the deadline. And it has increased till 5th of September, so you can join the. And on 6th of September we have the second orientation. The first orientation has already we have hosted, so second is on 6th September. So if you're interested, you can enroll for this program, which is for 1 month, 1 hour session. Yes, it will be a 1 hour session. Link is not opening, guys. Please do not spam in the chat for the link thing. you can mark your attendance afterward, post the session, or while this 5 days of bootcamp. You can mark it anytime. So do not worry and do not spam in the chat for the same thing again and again. I know the attendance link will not work for now, but it will work afterwards. So do not worry for it. Other than that, if you have any queries, you can ask. You can ask the trainer, and we are here to guide you all. How long is the session? 1 hour session. Login issue. If you have any issue with OTP login sign up, you are facing any issue, do mail us at support@letsupgrade.in. Our team will be there to help you there. And certificate will be available again on the day 5 of this boot camp. And no other queries I can see. Yes, the video will be available after the session also. You can find it on our channel. Please do not mention the links are not opening. You can mark it afterwards. Do not worry about that. I will add our trainer for now. So he is Rishabh sir. Here is the sir. So hi sir, good evening. How are
Good
you?
evening. I'm good.
So yeah, so you can go ahead with the session. I will hand over to you and I will take a lead. So bye
Hi.
guys, bye everyone.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. So, hello guys with my new look. Okay, so I'm not. चलिए शुरू करते हैं. अरे किरण भाई आप भी हैं यहाँ पे. Okay, perfect. My beard, bro. I just clean shaved yesterday, so my beard is now gone. Okay, so मैं थोड़ा सा okay. First of all, guys, is my voice audible? Audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible, Janta? Nice to meet you again. How are you? I'm good, bro. Uh, it's fogged out. Yes. Okay. Hi. Okay. Perfect. 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 So I am audible and I am visible. That looks good. You look good. No, I don't look good. Maybe you have not seen me in the beard. That's why you are telling me I am looking good. I'm looking best in beard. So मेरे को भी आज थोड़ा सा ऐसा awkward लग रहा है कि यार मैं बिना beard के I'm like oh my god. So, anyways, just let me know if my screen is visible, Janta. Guys, is my screen visible? थोड़ा casual है. मुझे पता है तुषार, मुझे ना सेशन से पहले ही मुझे ऐसे प्रिकॉशंस मिल गए थे कि अगर आज सेशन में तुषार हुआ तो वो पक्का आपको टोकेगा कि आपके ऐसे अच्छे नहीं लग रहे. Okay, perfect then, guys. So we are going to start with Git and the GitHub, right? So, yes, first of all, just let me know in the chat what you guys know about version control. Okay, before starting with Git or before starting with GitHub, right? Let us first understand what is version control. Anybody? Anybody? Can you please let me know what is version control? Version control क्या होता है? No idea. Yes, so it is nothing. अरे guys, what is version control? Anybody? Version control is a process of keeping the program version wise updated. Okay, it is a write the code and want to change it, and you can store the older versions. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right. So as many of you said that yes, version control. Okay. So, as many of you already said, that version control is something, when we start with some software development, right? Now, think of a scenario, right? Now, think of a scenario. What happens in the industry, right? Industry में क्या होता है? Industry में क्या होता है, right? So, what happens in the industry? So, suppose, is it the only one person who is working on a particular project? Tell me, is it only one person who is working on a particular project, or there is a team of many people, right? So what happens in industry, there is a team of many people, right? Manoj Raj, Mohan Raj, I am already speaking English, right? Maybe you don't know how to speak English. That's why you are again and again telling me to speak in English. Please go and learn first how to speak in English, right? Maybe you are not able to understand my English. Okay. Yeah. So what happens in industry? There's a lot of people, right? There's a team. There's a whole team who is working on a certain project, right? Right. Now just think of a scenario, right? How you will share your code, right? How you will share your code. One way, one way is that you can you can share your code via pen drive, right? Or you can share your code, while you can zip it and you can share it via WhatsApp, you can share it via Telegram, right? But is it feasible? Is it feasible? Right? Is it feasible? No, that is not feasible, right? Via email, via zipping, via pen drives, it is not feasible, right? Or suppose, let's say, let's say it is feasible, right? Let's say it is feasible, right? But what happens? What happens? One of your teammate is sitting in Australia and you are sitting in India, right? One of your teammate is sitting in Australia and you are sitting in India, right? So one thing is, suppose internet is down, how you will share your code now? Or maybe let's not say internet is down, or maybe there is some hacking can happen, right? Your code can be accessible via email, your code can be accessible to WhatsApp, your code can be accessible to Telegram, right? They can read your code, they can implant some malfunctioning, right? So what you will do? You will travel to Australia to give him a pen drive? No, no, right? That is not the case, right? So what happens, since a team altogether is working on a particular project, right? So we create a remote project, right? We create a remote project, we create a remote place, right? We create a remote place on which what happens, we can upload our code, right? Our part of code. Suppose I have done a part of code and B has done B part of code and somebody else has done C part of code. So what will happen? They all can upload their code on certain repositories. So let me explain it to you via a diagram. Okay, let us understand it via diagram. Okay, आप इधर आ जाइए. Perfect. Just a second, just give me a few moments. Oh, okay, that is my bad. Shit. Okay, I have to work with this only for now. Now suppose let us try to understand it via diagram. Okay. So suppose there is some developer A, right? Then there comes a developer B. Then there comes a developer C, right? And we have a separate place over here, say remote. Okay. Okay, so this is my developer A, B and C and so on, right? So what happened, what will happen, this developer A will commit its code in here, right? This developer B once done with the code again will commit its code over here, and same is the case for this developer C, right? So what is this, this is some maybe online place, right? So this is an online place to store code. Okay, and this is my developer A, right? This is my developer B. So this is my developer B and this is my डेवलपर सी. ओके, सो डेवलपर ए ने क्या किया, अपना कोड एक ऑनलाइन प्लेस पे डाल दिया, डेवलपर बी ने अपना कोड एक ऑनलाइन प्लेस पे डाल दिया एंड डेवलपर सी ने भी अपना कोड एक ऑनलाइन प्लेस पे डाल दिया, राइट? राइट, सो व्हाट विल हैपन जब इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे, राइट, ऑन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म व्हाट इज देयर, ऑन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म वी हैव डेवलपर ए कॉमा बी कॉमा सी, सबका कोड आ गया, राइट? Right, we have each and everybody's code on this online code store, right? Right, now what will happen, डेवलपर ए के पास सिर्फ डेवलपर ए का कोड था, डेवलपर बी और सी का कोड नहीं था, राइट राइट। डेवलपर ए के पास सिर्फ अपना कोड था, डेवलपर बी और डेवलपर सी का कोड उसके पास नहीं था, राइट। सो व्हाट ही विल डू अब क्योंकि डेवलपर बी और सी ने अपना कोड एक ऑनलाइन स्टोर पे, एक ऑनलाइन स्टोर जहां पे हम अपना कोड स्टोर करते हैं, वहां पे उसने अपना कोड पुश किया। सो व्हाट विल हैपन नाउ, डेवलपर बी का कोड और डेवलपर सी का कोड, राइट। डेवलपर बी और सी का कोड ये हमारा जो डेवलपर ए है वो अपने पास ले पाएगा, राइट। डेवलपर बी और सी का कोड this developer A can take, right? Can take. Okay. Now what will happen? Now, when it comes to developer B, now developer B has its own code, right? Developer B has its own code. So what will happen? This developer B will take the code of developer A and developer C from this online portal, right? And same is the case with developer C, because since developer C has only its own code and it does not have the code for A and B, so what developer C will do, once developer A and developer B has uploaded their code on this online platform, it will take this A and B's code into its system, right? So this is the whole concept of Git or version controlling. Is it clear now? Is it clear? Is it clear? Anybody, any doubt in what is Git? What is Git and what is version control? Right? Is it clear? Are okay, no Hindi. Guys, please try to understand. There are certain people, those who don't understand English, and there are certain people, those who don't understand Hindi, right? So I am going bilingual. Okay? Not clear. Okay, Vaishnavi. I'm repeating once again, right? I'm repeating once again for those जिनको concept clear नहीं है, right? I'm repeating it once again, right? Okay. So understand one thing, right? Suppose there are three developers, those who are working on a particular project, right? There are three developers, those who are working on a certain project. Now there is a problem, right? There is a problem. The problem is that these developers, how will they share code, right? Suppose a piece of code is written by developer A piece of code is written by developer B, and a piece of code is written by developer C. Now the problem is that how will they share the code, right? How will they share the code? So what happens? There is an online platform, right? There is an online platform on which you can store your code. Okay, so there is an online platform on which you can store your code. So what will happen now? Developer A will upload its code on that online platform. Developer B will upload the code on that online platform, and developer C will also upload the code on that online platform, right? So once all the developers have uploaded their code on that platform, so now what will happen? Since my developer A only has its own code and does not have the code for B and C developer, right? So what it will do, it will take the code of developer B and developer C from that online store, and likewise developer B and developer C will do, right? So that is the whole concept of Git and GitHub. Is it clear now? Right? Concept clear? What is the concept behind Git and GitHub, right? If you guys can't add the attendance, please don't worry. You can add it after the session as well, and even in these 5 days. Okay, you can do that in these 5 days. Fine. So that is the whole concept. Okay, now this is the concept of storing the online code now, right? Now what is the version control? Right? Let us now try to understand what do I mean by the version control. Okay, so let us copy this. Please try to understand very carefully, guys. It is important, right? Without Git and GitHub, it is really very difficult to survive in industry. Okay, ये important है. This is important. Okay, Now see, now see. Suppose there is a code is being pushed by developer A, right? Suppose developer A has pushed a code. So what will happen? What will happen when A will push a code, right? So there is a copy, right? So there is a copy will get created, right? A copy will get created, right? So suppose say code of code of A, right? Now suppose developer B has uh, uploaded its code. So again, code of A and B, right? Code of A and B. Okay, perfect, perfect, right? Now suppose developer C has also pushed. Now suppose developer C has A, B, and C, right? A, B, and C. So now see, now try to understand. Now try to understand, or maybe let us first do one thing. Copy. Okay, just a second. Copy paste. Okay, so this was my initial code. Okay, okay. So now suppose, अरे ये कहाँ गया? Okay, so now suppose, now what is happening? See, this was my initial code, right? This was my initial code, okay? And then code of A, developer A has pushed some code, right? Then developer B has pushed some code, and then developer C has pushed some code, right? And each and every push, each and every upload has some ID, say 111. This upload has ID say 111. This upload has ID say 222. This upload has ID say 333. This upload has ID say 444, right? So now what will happen when developer B will take the code of developer A, or suppose developer C will take the code of developer A, right? So there might be a chance now. There might be a chance now that developer A has done some mistakes, right? Developer A has done some mistakes, and due to which the whole portal is malfunctioning, right? Due to which the whole portal is malfunctioning. So what you can do, you can always keep the track from here. You can always keep the track from here until when, right? Until when, right? Until well, my code was running perfectly. Now suppose when developer A has pushed the code was working perfectly fine, right? But when developer B has pushed the code, right? So when the code that is code ID of 333 is being pushed on the development server, my product start behaving malfunctioning, right? My product start behaving malfunctioning, right? So what can I do? I can always switch to the code ID 222, because we know that until 222 it was working perfectly fine, and we can always know that when developer B has pushed the code, then some malfunction happened. So might be a chance that there is an issue with developer B's code, right? So this is what my version control is, right? Is it clear? Is it clear? The whole concept of Git and version control. This was the whole concept of Git and version control. Concept clear hai? What was the concept? Is it clear? Perfect. I repeat. Okay. No. Okay. So let's repeat once again, right? So what is version control? Suppose there are three different developers. They have uploaded their code on some online platform, right? They have uploaded their code on some online platform. So what we'll do, suppose developer A does not have the code of developer B and C, so it can take the code directly from there, just like our Google Drive. Just like our Google Drive. राइट. अब इसको इमेजिन करें गूगल ड्राइव के तरीके से, राइट. गूगल ड्राइव में व्हाट हैपेंस इन गूगल ड्राइव, राइट. सपोज 4 फ्रेंड्स हैव गॉन टू अ ट्रिप, राइट. जब वो ट्रिप पे जाते हैं, देयर आर सर्टेन फोटोज जो एक फ्रेंड के पास होती हैं, देयर आर सर्टेन फोटोज जो सेकंड फ्रेंड के पास होती हैं, देयर आर सर्टेन फोटोज जो थर्ड फ्रेंड के पास होती है. सो व्हाट वी गाइस डू, we guys either make a group or we guys upload that on drive, right. So when we upload that on drive, friend 1 will upload its photo on drive, friend 2 will upload its photo on drive, friend 3 will upload its photo on drive, and we can get everybody's photos. That is the same concept over here, right. And additionally, what can happen if you have done any mistake, so it always keep the track of previous code, right. It always keeps the track of previous code कि हमें गलती कहां पे है, so that we can always backtrack and we can get our earlier code back. Okay, so it is always there, so that we can backtrack and we can get our earlier code back just in case my product malfunctions, right. So histories are always there, right. So that is the whole concept of Git and GitHub. Perfect, I guess, right. So that is it, right. That is the whole concept. So let us start with it now. ओके. और बताओ दोस्तों. थैंक यू सो मच अफ्तार गेमिंग. ओके, हाउ टू मार्क अटेंडेंस गाइस. यार सीख लो यार, अटेंडेंस का क्या करोगे. Okay, so understanding version control, as we have already discussed, that version control is a crucial system in the software development, enabling teams to track changes and collaborate efficiently, and maintaining the backup copies of their work. It allows product to progress smoothly and provides a safety net for retrieving the earlier version of code, right. So that is what I explained. That is exactly what I explained right now कि भाई version control हमारा क्या है, right. ये तो हमारा वर्जन कंट्रोल हो गया, राइट. समझ में आया. अब ये और क्या क्या कर सकता है. It records the changes in the files, right. It can always record what changes you have made in a specific file. You can record that as well, right. You can always record that as well, in which file you have made the changes, right. Allowing the retrieval of the specific and the collaborative work, ensuring that everyone can review and restore their conflicts. Perfect. That is perfect. So this was the version control. Real life example, as we have already discussed, right. Real life example, as we have already discussed, in collaborative writing, a team uses version control to manage and share documents, right. So you can always relate it with the help of Google Drive, right. So that is the best real life example. And when it comes to Git and GitHub, that is the best real life example for your coding. Okay, and when for the non-tech people, the best real life example is Google Drive. That's it. ओके, परफेक्ट. आगे चलते हैं. बेनिफिट्स ऑफ यूजिंग वर्जन कंट्रोल, ये भी हम सब पढ़ चुके हैं. तो मेरी जो कहानी थी, उस कहानी में मैंने ऑलमोस्ट सब कुछ बता दिया है, राइट. आई हैव कवर्ड ऑल दीज टॉपिक्स. दैट इज ट्रैकिंग द चेंजेस. वी कैन ऑलवेज ट्रैक द चेंजेस, किसने क्या चेंजेस किए थे, एंड ऑल दोज थिंग्स, right. We can always do that. Collaboration is always there. Multiple people can work on a single project without having any dependencies on each other. Now version control से best example क्या है, best फायदा क्या हुआ version control से. What is the best advantage? That you can work remotely from anywhere, right. You can work remotely from anywhere. Okay, you don't have dependencies on going to office and working and something like that, right. Yes, you will get this PPT. Okay, you will get this PPT, hopefully. Then again, backup is always there, so you can always retrieve your stuff, right. Backup is always there, right. Introducing the Git. Okay, so as we have already discussed the version control, right. So in my discussion, I have mentioned a online platform to store your code, right. I have mentioned online platform to store your code, right. So what is that online platform that I was mentioning is this Git or your GitHub, right. Git or GitHub. So this is the online platform, right. This is the I am reading the chats. Of course, you might be knowing, यार मेरी एक आंख chat पे रहती है और एक आंख यहाँ रहती है, right. So I'm using my both eyes. Okay, so one eye is here and one eye is here, right. So yes, as you can already know that I mentioned a platform. So that platform is Git or GitHub, I can say, right? Git or GitHub. So Git is a distributed version control system that plays a vital role in managing and tracking the changes in the source code during the software development, right? Are PPT you will get. Happen, PPT you will get. PPT you will get. PPT you will get. Okay, PPT you will get. Okay. Okay. PPT you will get. Okay, right? Right? So now the biggest example biggest example. Okay, what is the difference between GitHub and GitHub, guys? No, मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूँ किरण, मैं उसी पे आ रहा हूँ. What is the difference between Git and GitHub? Anybody, what is the biggest difference between Git and GitHub? Guys, what is the difference between Git and GitHub? Anybody, किसी को पता है? Collection of Git is GitHub. No. No. Collection of Git is not GitHub. No. GitHub is online web control. Git is desktop client. No. Git is also online. We have Git online. GitHub is repository, I guess. No. GitHub is not repository. Git is we can change code where GitHub is cloud. We upload. No, Varshi, no. Git offline होता है. No. Nothing is offline. Both are open source. Git and GitHub both are open source. GitHub is an community to publish our code. No. सत्या की एक बार इग्नोर मारा, 2 बार इग्नोर मारा. क्या चाहता है? Wait. Let's upgrade. Please ban him. Okay. GitHub is paid. Git is free. No. Okay. Let me tell you the major difference. Right? There are way more differences. Git is free, open source version control tool, developer initially local and their personal computers, while GitHub is kind of you can say, but Git is okay. Fine. Sorry, my bad. I misunderstood it with GitLabs. Okay. So majorly, sorry, my bad. Git is basically locally in our computer, right? Git is something which we install, right? Git is something which we install locally, and via Git we can push to GitHub, right? Via Git we can push to GitHub. So I got confused with GitLabs. Okay. Then what is GitLabs? Anybody? There are 3 words. One is Git, one is GitHub, and one is GitLab. What are all three? What is Git, what is GitHub, and what is GitLab? हाँ, तुमने सही बोला था. What is GitLab? Okay, so I got confused with GitLabs. The concept in my mind was of GitLabs. Never heard. Okay, so Git, everyone was correct about Git, right? So what is GitLabs now? There are 2 things, GitLabs and GitHubs. Both are same. GitLabs and GitHubs, right? Exactly, Vishal, exactly. GitLab provides CI/CD pipelines as well, but that is being provided by GitHub as well. लेकिन उसके लिए हमें कुछ चीजें करनी पड़ती है. So majorly GitLab is something which is for company specific. अगर तुम्हारी company है, if you have a company, right, so you will take GitLabs, right? You will take GitLabs account, because GitLabs is something which is more of a organization oriented point of view, whereas GitHub is something which is open to everybody. GitHub is something which is open to everybody, right? So GitLab is something which is only as per the organization's point of view. You can take it as like that. Okay. So now, okay, introduction ये Git तो हो गया. So what is Git? What is Git basically? So Git is a platform. Git is a platform which offers you to, that is a central repository. It acts as a central storage on which you can store your code. Okay, you can collaborate, you can modify, you can see the changes and all those things. So that is a GUI platform which gives you all these things. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Git is a diverse version control system that allows developer to track changes and something something something. Perfect. ये हो गया, खत्म करो इसको भी. Right. Common use cases of Git. As see, this is the same diagram which I have made. Right. ऐसे कुछ diagram बनाया था. Git is a widely adopted software development to manage large projects. It enhances the collaboration by allowing multiple developers to work concurrently and merging their contributions seamlessly without overwriting any other's work. Perfect. परफेक्ट. यही सब कुछ हमने पढ़ा था, ये सब कुछ हम पढ़ चुके हैं, हमें ये सब कुछ आता है. मैनेजिंग लार्ज प्रोजेक्ट्स, एग्जैक्टली. सो मैनेजिंग लार्ज प्रोजेक्ट्स, यू कैन ऑल, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड दीज थिंग्स वेरी सिंपली. मैंने जो इनिशियली आधे घंटे में बताया था, ये उसी की पीपीटी चल रही है. अब इनिशियली जो मैंने 10-15 मिनट वो डायग्राम बना के समझाया था, ये उसी की पीपीटी चल रही है. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम गोइंग फास्ट. ओके, ये सब कुछ उसी की पीपीटी चल रही है. See, developers rely on Git for managing large project software involving numbers of files, contribution, the features like branches. हाँ, अब आते हैं कुछ features पे, right? Let us now try to understand the features. Okay. Let us now try to understand the features. What are the features? हम ये कैसे कर पाते हैं, right? How we are able to do this? Okay. So now suppose. My tablet is not working. Okay, so now suppose we have a centralized repository. Okay, now suppose we have a centralized repository. So what will happen from this centralized repository? Now understand it as a tree. Try to understand it just like the structure of a tree, right? Tree के structure समझना बहुत easy रहेगा समझने में. Okay, just try to understand it with the structure of a tree. I'm just making a simple structure. Okay, I'll not complicate it much. Try to understand it. Okay, so this is my Git. Okay, this is my Git, right? This is my developer A, right? This is my developer B. Okay, developer B. This is my developer C, and this is my developer D. Wow, what is this? Now what is this? Okay, so this is my dev branch. Suppose this is my dev branch. Okay, and this is my sandbox branch. Suppose, right? This is my, say this is my main branch. Okay, so this is my main. Now try to understand this structure very carefully. Okay, this structure is important. Okay, so what will happen now? Developer A needs to push something on Git. Yes or no? Developer A needs to push something on GitHub, right? So this is my starting point, this is my ending point. When you want to reach from starting to ending point, you need a way, you need a path, right? You need a path to travel, is it? Likewise, when developer A wants to push something, wants to commit the code on Git, right? He needs a path. path, and that path is known as a branch, right? That part is branch, जिसे हम कहते हैं branch काटना, कि इस रेपोजिटरी से अपने एक ब्रांच काट ले. नाउ जब हम रेपोजिटरी से ब्रांच काटने का मतलब क्या है कि वो ब्रांच मेरी है, वो रास्ता मेरा है, राइट? दैट इज माय पाथ, दैट इज माय ब्रांच, दैट इज माय पाथ, जहां पे मैं what I will do, I will commit my code from initial point to the end point, and उस पाथ का एक्सेस मेरे पास है, उस पाथ का एक्सेस किसी और के पास नहीं है. तो अगर उस पाथ के थ्रू कुछ भी गड़बड़ी होती है तो उसका रिस्पॉन्सिबल मैं हूंगा, राइट? तो यहां से ये होती है मेरी ब्रांचेस. हर डेवलपर की अपनी एक ब्रांच होती है, मतलब हर डेवलपर का अपना एक पाथ होता है जिसका एक्सेस सिर्फ और सिर्फ उस डेवलपर के पास होता है. So this is my branch 1. Likewise, B has its own branch, right? B has its own branch, okay? And C has its own branch, right? C has its own branch, okay? D has its own branch. D की भी अपनी एक ब्रांच है, right? Now, what is these three branches? What is these three branches? Sandbox, main and dev. ये ब्रांचेस क्या है? ये तो समझ में आया, right? This we are clear that okay, डेवलपर A की एक ब्रांच है, डेवलपर B की ब्रांच है, C की ब्रांच है, D की ब्रांच है. Each and every developer has its own branch. Each and every developer has its own path. Each and every developer has its own way जिसको यूज करके it update my git, right? Now there is a person, right? There is a person called manager, okay? There is a manager, or rather I can say product manager, okay? Rather I can say product manager. Now what this product manager do? Okay, so this product manager act as the intermediate, right? This product manager act as the intermediate between, okay, wrong arrow. This project manager act as the intermediate between this dev branch and this git branch, okay? So what will he do? Now what is the role of this project manager? Suppose you have thrown your code on this git, developer B has thrown their code in this git, developer C has thrown their code in this git, developer D has thrown their code, right? Now what this project manager will do? This project manager will combine, this project manager will merge everybody's code. ये प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर क्या करेगा? Will merge everybody's code. It will merge developer A, developer B, developer C and developer D's code into one single code, okay? It will merge. This project manager will merge, जिसे हम बोलते हैं merge request. That is my merge request, okay? कभी सुना है नाम merge request? Many of you have heard about it, right? Merge request, like what is merge request, है ना? merge request क्या होती है? So this project manager or the owner of project, once every developer has pushed their code, in this git, in this centralized repository, then they will raise the merge request, right? वो merge request देंगे और हमारा manager, they will merge everybody's code and वो merge करके इस dev branch पे update करेगा, जिस dev branch का एक्सेस बाकी डेवलपर्स के पास नहीं है. जिस now try to understand. dev A, dev B, dev C, dev D, इन सब का एक्सेस हमारे पास है, डेवलपर्स को है, राइट? दे कैन टेक पुल फ्रॉम गिट, दे कैन डू एनीथिंग, राइट? ये यहां पे पुश कर सकते हैं. इनफैक्ट developer A can push its code to developer B, developer C can push to developer C. ये आपस में एक दूसरे की ब्रांच पे अगर कोड पुश कर दें, then what will happen? Suppose what I have done, instead of putting it on the centralized repository, मैंने क्या किया? मैंने अपना कोड डायरेक्टली B पे फेंक दिया. मैंने अपना कोड डायरेक्टली B ब्रांच पे फेंक दिया. So problem can happen ना? Problem can happen, right? What I have done, instead of using my path, instead of using my path, I am throwing my code on B branch. I am throwing my code on B branch, and then B branch is pulling that code, right? वो उस पे push कर रहा है, वो उस पे push कर रहा है. That is a problem, right? To avoid these kind of problem, there is a concept called protected branches, right? Protected branches, right? So you can always protect your branch. So these three branches, sandbox, main, and dev, right? These three branches will always, like, they are always kept protected. These three branches are always kept protected. Now, why these three branches are always kept protected? Because any developer can do a mistake. Might be a chance some intern is working on some project, right? Might be a chance a person who is recently got a breakup, right? That person is working on that project, right? So they can do some mistake. So that is the responsibility of this product manager to push the code after checking. After reviewing each and everybody's code, he will push the code on this protected branch called dev, right? And then developer will start the integration testing and unit testing and all those things in this dev branch, right? In this dev branch. Then from this dev branch, they will push code to the main branch, right? Or not main actually. They will put code on the sandbox. Okay, so they will push the code on my sandbox. Okay, so from this dev branch, they will push the code on sandbox. So in dev branch, what will happen? Our developers will do unit testing, integration testing, and all those things, right? Then comes the code to sandbox branch, right? In sandbox, this sandbox branch is usually being used by testers, right? So testers do their testing on this sandbox branch, and once tester gives the green head, once tester gives the green light, the code will go to the main branch, and from this main branch this code will go to your production. Got it? So this is the whole concept. Of GitHub. This is the whole concept of GitHub. Got that, Janta? इतना क्लियर है? समझ में आया पूरा कंसेप्ट? So, oh my God, thank you so much, Shivangi. Okay, तुषार कर देते हैं. So see, try to understand. Okay. So this every developer has its own branch, right? Every developer has its own branch. Now, what is branch? Branch is nothing. But a path, but a way from which developer A will push its code to the centralized repository, right? So that is what a branch is, right? Branch is nothing but a path from which you will transfer your code to the centralized repository. That's it, right? Now suppose developer A ने अपना code फेंक दिया Git पे, centralized repository पे, right? Developer B has thrown its code in the centralized repository. Developer C has thrown the code in the centralized repository, and developer D has thrown its codes to centralized repository. Now everybody's code independently is present in this centralized repository, right? Now this project manager will review each and everybody's code and will merge the code, right? It will merge the code, and once it has merged the code, it will upload that code to the dev branch, right? This dev branch is protected branch. Developers does not have the access directly to upload the code in this branch. Okay, only product manager has the access to upload in this branch, right? Only product manager have the access to upload in this branch. Now, once the code is in dev branch, each and every developer will perform the unit testing or integration testing or whatever testing that is being done on the developers level. They will do while the code is on dev branch. Once everything feels set, once everything feels good to go, the code will now be transferred to the sandbox branch. And sandbox branch code is usually being used by the testers to do testing. And once tester gives the go ahead, then the code will directly go to the main branch, and from main, via using CI/CD, it will go to the production. ठीक है, आया समझ में the whole concept? अरे करा देंगे यार, प्रैक्टिकली करा देंगे, क्यों टेंशन ले रहा है तू? हमारे पास आ गए ना, सब हो जाएगा। अबे एक ही दिन में थोड़ी हो जाएगा प्रैक्टिकल भाई, 5 दिन है ना विकास, बैठ ना आराम से, करेंगे ना, एक दिन में सब चाहिए तेरे को। ओके ब्रो, ओके, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट विद प्रैक्टिकल, जस्ट बी विद मी, डोंट वरी, हो जाएगा। Oh God, कितना बुलवाते हो तुम मेरे से। CI/CD means, oh my God, code integration and code development. Okay. Like my beard, यार मत याद दिलाओ यार बियर्ड की, मुझे ऑलरेडी बहुत गाली मिल चुकी है बियर्ड के चक्कर में, मुझे वो याद मत दिलाओ। Yes, we will do a hands-on session. Okay, so now that is जो हमारे यहाँ पे concepts थे, that is merges and git request branches and all. I guess these concepts are clear. आगे चलते हैं फटाफट से। Okay, जनता। Okay, this is done, perfect. टाइम कम होता है हमारे पास, हाँ यार टाइम तो कम होता है। अरे अरे तुषार, अरे नाइस जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ाऊं, अरे टेंशन मत ले भाई, तेरे को सब पढ़ा के भेजूंगा, सब पढ़ा के भेजूंगा, टेंशन मत ले Sir, can you provide the material? Yes, we will give this material. This PPT link will be available. Okay. प्रोजेक्ट गिट और गिटहब में प्रोजेक्ट कर लेंगे यार, पुश पुश करके दिखा देंगे, और तो क्या प्रोजेक्ट होगा गिट गिटहब में। ओके, या सो नाउ हाउ टू सेट अप this git and how to set up git in your laptop. Okay, git कैसे सेटअप करेंगे अपने लैपटॉप में, तो मैं फटाफट से, so for setting up the git, let us open this website. Okay, so this is the Git's official website. Okay, you can open this website, click on this windows, right? Click on this windows and you can download the Git. You guys are lucky कि मैंने अभी कल परसों अपना सिस्टम पूरा विंडोज नहीं डाली है इसमें, तो अभी तक मेरे पास भी गिट नहीं है। I also would be doing along with you. Okay, so मेरा 64-bit विंडो सेटअप है आई गेस, सो मैं यही कर लेता हूँ। Perfect. You're looking like Tom Cruise. Oh my God. Okay. But मैं जो भी लग रहा हूँ, मैं बहुत गंदा लग रहा हूँ। This तो I know for sure. हाँ, exactly. Next. Okay. So whenever you are installing the Git, कुछ ऐसा आएगा, right? Can you explain GUI? Graphical User Interface. यार Windows 11 was not stable. उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा हीटिंग इश्यूज एंड काफ़ी कुछ था, तो आई प्रेफर नॉट टू अपडेट इट, दैट्स व्हाई, एंड दैट वाज द मेन रीजन कि मैंने विंडोज स्विच किया, वरना आई वुड स्टिक टू 11, बट ओके, व्हाट इट इज सेइंग। ओके, जस्ट नेक्स्ट करते रहो, नो वरीज, कुछ नहीं है इसमें भाई, बस कर भाई, कितना है। ओके, सो जस्ट इंस्टॉल द गिट। ओके, हाँ गिट में भी GUI होता है, बट हम यूजुअली वी विल नॉट डू इट विद GUI, हम लोग उसी से करेंगे, टर्मिनल से ही वी विल डू। Okay, finish. Okay, so now my git is being perfectly done. Okay, so मेरा git install हो गया, right? my Git is now installed perfectly. Okay, so once your Git is installed perfectly, so then what you will do? So I have given already कि Windows installer के step क्या है, Mac OS installer के steps क्या है. This I have already mentioned in this PPT. So when this PPT will be shared to you, you can see this, okay? Or else you can do Google for that, right? So I'm doing it on Mac, okay? I'm doing it on Mac. You can do it like in whatever you are using, okay? Yeah, terminal is great for this. Yes, terminal is great for this. Sir, while installing, it has two options: standalone installer or thumbnail folder. Give it the by default one. All go with by default. Go with by default. Please go with by default. Yes, sir. Same. I also switched from Windows 11 to Windows 10. Same issue. हाँ वही यार same issue वही है उसका. Okay. Okay. So now we have the option to set up our official credentials. Okay, so now we have to set up our official credentials, right? For that, so what I can do, maybe I can open git bash, right? For that, please open git bash, right? So I'm opening. So this is my gits cmd. Okay, so now we are setting up, now we are setting up the credentials. Okay, now we are setting up the credentials. Okay, GUI खोला. अरे दिखा देंगे यार, रुक जा, अभी पहले सेटअप कर लेते, ठीक है? उसके बाद दिखा देंगे. ओके, सो अभी उसमें दिख जाएगा GUI तेरे को. जब मैं टर्मिनल खोलूंगा तब तेरे को उसमें दिख जाएगा, ठीक है? वहां उससे भी कर सकते हैं. एंड हम जब VS कोड खोलूंगा वहां पे दिखा देंगे GUI, ठीक है? सो नाउ what is it doing? Right now, what is doing? You have to make an account. Okay, you have to make an account on GitHub. GitHub पे account है सबका? GitHub पे account है सबका? Yes or no? Do you guys have an account on GitHub? How do I open git bash? अरे सिंपल है भाई, यहाँ पे जाओ, git टाइप करो, ये git cmd आ जाएगा, git bash आ जाएगा, git GUI आ जाएगा, जो मर्जी वो ओपन करो. मैंने वो git cmd किया था, ये git bash होता है. अब तुम्हें अगर git GUI चाहिए वो भी कर देता हूँ भाई. ये लो भाई, ये कुछ git GUI है इसका. ये लीजिए सर, ये GUI है. अपनी न्यू रेपोजिटरी बनानी है तो यहाँ पे आ जाओ, ठीक है? ऐसा कुछ हमारा GUI दिखता है, राइट? तो मैं git bash पे कर लेता हूँ, किसी पे भी कर लेता हूँ. यस, आई हैव वन. देख लिया बस, ठीक है? अरे तू तो गुस्सा हो गया भाई, तू गुस्सा हो गया. ओके, यस, आई कैन स्पीक इंग्लिश ब्रो. Yes. Everybody has Git account. Okay, perfect. So now to add your Git account, right? To add your Git account, there is a command called git config, right? Git config -- global user dot name, right? So यहाँ पे whatever your Git name is, right? So mine is Rishabh32700, right? So this is my Git name. So you have to write your own GitHub name, right? You have to write your own GitHub name. Git config -- global user dot name. So what we are doing, we are setting up the credentials, right? We are setting up the credentials for our GitHub account. Which GitHub account I want to access, which GitHub account I want to use. Okay, so yes, let us press enter. So okay, that is done. Now I will do user dot email. Okay, now I will do user dot email and just write your email: rishabpep@gmail.com. Okay, I guess this was my email, I'm not sure. Okay, so once you are done with your username, so this is I am adding my username and this is I am adding my email address, right? This is I am adding my email address and my username. Okay, done. What happened? क्या हुआ चैट में? Git is a version control system. Yes, Git is a version control system, right? Git is a version control system, exactly. Yes. अरे क्या हो गया, योर हेल्पर. Okay, perfect, right? So once you are done with this, right, once you are done with this, once you are done with all this, right, now you are good to go, right? Now you are good to go, right? So let us do one thing. Let us do one thing. Let us make a new project, right? Let us make a new project. I don't know चलेगा कि नहीं, but let us see, चलना चाहिए. Test maybe, okay? So let me open it. अरे, open with VS Code, okay, okay. अरे अरे क्या कर रहा है बार बार. So in your terminal, right, let us make a new file, okay, index.html, right, done, perfect. Open with integrated terminal. Now what we'll do, simply you have to do git init. Yes, now your GitHub is initialized, right? So if you have set up, perfectly, if you have set up your this thing perfectly, right, your email and your username perfectly, right, then you have to simply make a repository, you have to simply make a product, and you have to do git init. So once you have done git init, then if the message says that initialize the empty git repository, something like that, it means your git repository has been initialized perfectly. Okay, your git. अरे क्या हुआ भाई, क्या क्या हो गया. अरे यार, क्यों लड़ रहे हो तुम. ओके, शांत हो जाओ, कोई बात नहीं. प्लीज डोंट रिप्लाई, प्लीज डोंट रिप्लाई, प्लीज. Okay, so if now it is written that initialize your repository successfully, it means that your GitHub is set up successfully, right? Now when you do git init, what happens? Let me show you, right? When you do git init, what happens? Let me show you. Go to view, right, go to view and check this hidden files, right? So there is a hidden folder by the name .git which is present. Okay, when you do git init, so it makes a hidden folder by the name .git, right? And if this .git folder is present, right, if this .git folder is present, it means your git is initialized successfully and you are ready to push your code in that remote repository. Clear है? Clear है? बोलो यहां तक. Anybody any doubt? If you guys have any doubts, please let me know. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay then, if till now is clear, so I hope we are good to go with what is Git, what is version control, how Git works, and how we can initialize a Git in our computer. यहाँ तक anybody any doubts? ठीक है भाई, ठीक है. क्या पूछना है विंडो 10 के रिगार्डिंग, पूछ ले भाई. यूजुअली मेरी विंडोज वगैरह में एक्सपर्टीज नहीं होती है, मेरे दोस्त ये सब सेटअप करते हैं, बट बता दे, कोई बात नहीं. पूछ ले. एक और बार, चल एक और बार मैं कल रिपीट करूंगा, ठीक है? एक और बार आई विल रिपीट कल. व्हाट टू डू फॉर अटेंडेंस? फॉर अटेंडेंस यू हैव टू वेट. ओके, वेट करना पड़ेगा बस. सेशन खत्म होने दे, भीड़ जाने दे. एक्चुअली भीड़ बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ गई थी, तो सर्वर साइड वेबसाइट काम नहीं कर रही है. दैट्स व्हाई अटेंडेंस का कुछ इशू आ रहा है. एक बार भीड़ चली जाएगी मेरे ख्याल से, तो 7 8 बजे ट्राई कर लेना एक बार अटेंडेंस का. ओके जी. PPT will be added in your all-in-one documents. Okay. सर मल्टीपल स्क्रीन का ऑप्शन नहीं आता है, उसके लिए कोई ऑप्शन? मल्टीपल स्क्रीन का ऑप्शन नहीं आता है तो तेरे पास 2 स्क्रीन है, वीजीए या उससे कनेक्ट करना, वीजीए से या फिर अपना उससे कनेक्ट करके देख, आएगा, आता है यार, देख यहाँ पे आता है, यहाँ पे जाएगा डिस्प्ले सेटिंग पे जाएगा तो डिस्प्ले पे आ जाती है, राइट। अगर मल्टीपल स्क्रीन नहीं आ रही तो यहाँ पे देख लियो कि तूने यहाँ पे मल्टीपल डिस्प्लेस को यहाँ पे डुप्लीकेट ना किया हो, एक्सटेंड किया हो, एक्सटेंड कर लियो अगर मल्टीपल नहीं आ रही तो, ठीक है। जैसे मेरे पास अभी 3 डिस्प्लेज हैं, 1 2 3, तो मेरे पास 3 डिस्प्लेज आ रही है यहाँ पे, ठीक है। थैंक यू सो मच रफ्तार, and that's my nature only. I'm always like this. So I have people, those who have taken my earlier classes. One thing I must say, Tushar, you have missed my beard look. Okay, so next time maybe मेरा beard वाला look देखना, वो ज़्यादा better है इससे. Okay then, जनता, I guess that's it from my side. तो अगर कुछ doubt है, then we can discuss that tomorrow. Okay. Till then, PPT's link you will get in all-in-one document. And okay then, Janta. Bye-bye. Good luck and let's upgrade. We can end the session.